the first edition of Meet the Rams. My name is Chalon Anderson, and I'm here with Head Volleyball Coach Aminah Orozco. So we have to talk about last season. You guys went 25-9, another back-to-back SAC championship, and another, is it 7 consecutive appearances in the NAIA National Tournament? Yeah. I know you guys just got back from the Halo Classic tournament. What were some big key takeaways from that, or any moments that you can remember?
So from this past weekend, I mean, you saw just how crucial it is to involve our middles.
Yes.
Our middles are big. They execute on that third ball. So I think involving them each and every set is crucial in our offensive system.
No, definitely. I was able to tune into a couple of games, and it was automatic every time that ball was set. So that was awesome. Did you have any standout performances or any players that really stood out to you just off first looks?
Well, as you saw this past weekend, I mean, we didn't finish. I think we finished strong, but overall, I think we set a little bit higher expectations. But we did see some highs from everybody. I think everybody stepped up. You know, preseason, we're trying to find the right system, the right rotation. I think we had a lot of big shout-outs. I think the ones that stepped up for us were our DSs. So we both had Neely and Alex that had to step up. Emily, unfortunately, had to stay back. But I think those two stepped up, and they played the position to the best of their ability. Offensively, as you see, like our middles. So we have Sydney and Hannah that day in and day out, I mean, they show the grit and the hard work, you know, on the court. And so having them just making sure and keeping all those pins accountable. If they can do it, we can do it, right? So shout out to them. And of course, our setters. I think just having Ruby, she's a sophomore, and our new transfer, Lillian, for them to come in and, you know, being adjustable each and every set and finalizing and finishing off on a really strong note just showed how, you know, how easy they can make it look, just like new game mentality and adjusting, you know, from point to point there. So next ball mentality is crucial, and I think they finally finished off strong in the right way.
Yes, I definitely love that. I know you mentioned a lot of returners. How do they feel about stepping into that leadership role this year?
I feel like what we set in the gym is everybody's a leader in their own way. So even though, you know, we lost some important seniors, I feel like the ones that are seniors now, which it's 7 of them. So I think all of them are leaders in their own way. I think from day one, they set the standard, they set the expectation, because we're building off of last year, right? And I think all of them have stepped in and embraced their own role. And I think you saw it from this past weekend, just how we were able to finish off so strong. I think it was because of those leaders and those seniors. And one kind of senior that we have is our Victoria Smith. She's a 5th year. She has the experience. She
transferred
definitely
from Austin College, right?
She did. She actually played beach last year for Texas West. So kind of familiar with the university, but coming from beach to indoor, I think, you know, she was very excited to get back in it, but she also brings that leadership role, right? So just having somebody that's been here a little longer, she knows the game, and I think all of them, like I just stated, they knew what they had to get done, and they finally played their position to their best ability, and we came out with the win.
No, I love that. Yeah. Okay, looking ahead, Texas two-step tournament.
Yeah.
First game back in the SID of the season. How are we feeling? What's the preparation going into that?
I mean, right now, coming in from the Halo Classic, so we're looking at a lot of just technical skills, right? So we're like a little high air technically. So I think just a lot of technical work is what we're focusing on this upcoming week, right? So coming in, we have the ability to put 2 courts in, right? So we're the only sport as far as like indoor coming into work. So it's nice right now to use our time wisely for those things. So really slowing it down, making sure everybody understands the technique, getting those reps in. So now they feel more comfortable and more confident going in there 6v6. So I think that's what we're chiming in a little more. Of course, serve receive, we want to have that first ball sat out percentage, always 65%. So that's what we're shooting for day in and day out in our gym. So I think because all of these girls have great work ethic, I'm really excited to see what we can do next week in our own home turf. So I think everybody's just excited to stay home and kind of, you know, I think just reestablish themselves, you know, coming to the Texas two-step tournament.
No, definitely. I love that. I was lucky enough to get an early look at the team a week ago. And I know you guys talked about goals and the culture of the team. Have you guys, is that a consistent thing? Is that what you guys are looking to build this year?
Yeah, so we always, I'm a goal coach, right? Yeah. So, and I think they just see that, right? Like day in, day in, we have practice goals, individual goals. And I think for them, it just gives them just like the I think process of like the positive self-talk,
Yeah.
right? I think it also keeps everybody accountable. So I think from last year coming on to this year, focus on developing those leaders and just reassuring day in and day out of, leveling up on the consistency, the accountability, and just competitiveness across the board. So that's what helps.
No, I love that. From your perspective, I know you mentioned it a couple of times, comparing last year's team to this year's team, and I know that's going to be tough because we're still very early in the season, just from a small comparison, what is the difference that you're seeing currently?
I think you just said it. I think it's just from this is my season too, right? So I think building on that foundation from last year and moving forward, it's having these girls that now they understand kind of the focus, the standards day in and day and expectations both on and off the court. So I feel like everybody's more comfortable as far as, okay, Coach Aminah, this is how we run it. This is what needs to be done. And this is what we need to look like, right? What it looks like, what it feels like from going into the locker room to practice day in and day out. And I think just because we've already established ourselves a really solid foundation, especially how we finished, right, within the conference, I think they're also helping all the newcomers and then freshmen. Yeah. And I think it's flowing easier. I think now we don't have to worry so much of the standards. Now it's just keeping each other accountable.
No, I would definitely love that. So looking ahead into the season, are there any key matchups that you're looking forward to?
So of course we want losing to Mid-America here. I think everybody just wants to bring that game back. So we're really looking forward to playing MACU here. I think there was a lot of just off-court stuff going on. I felt like that day, and I think we weren't really locked in. So I think that's one game that everybody's really excited for. Right, but props to MACU for keeping it competitive, but definitely that game, and of course Wayland. I think going over there going over there to their home turf and Plainview. I think we want to take that win. I think that was another loss at a period. I think in conference where it was the 3-way tie. Yeah, and so that was such a crucial game for us, and kind of coming off of that mentally, I think made us stronger. Yeah. So I think this year, going out there again and making kind of one of importance for us, I think we're going to be able to lock in and come out with being more successful at the end of the day.
Oh gosh, I love that. I am there. I'm always worried getting your look back after or something like that. That's awesome. Just a couple more questions. Okay. I know this is your second year at Wesleyan. What is the season from beginning to end do you envision yourself having? I know last year the expectations were set really high. Yeah. And I know and I know the goal is to keep progressing forward. Mm-hmm. What does that look like to you? Whether it's wins, another appearance in the NAIA tournament, another SAC win. What does that look like for you just as a coach?
As a coach, right, so we always want to say that we're just competing at a championship level, especially at the, in the SAC, right? So we want to make sure that, again, we're 1 or 2, we're top seed. Right now in the poll, we're 2. Everybody's really determined to get that number 1 spot. And of course, we have to outwork our opponents day in and day out. And of course, beyond the win and losses, I think we're focused just on developing leaders, making sure that they understand what it takes to represent Texas Wesleyan as a whole. And that goes into with the pride, the resilience, and just the integrity of it all. And so that's kind of my, again, more than just the wins and losses there.
I love that. Okay, this might be hard. If you had to describe this team in one word, how would you describe them?
That's a great question. In one word.
1. I can be nice and give you 3.
Okay. Can I do 3? I would. Yes. Selflessness. Okay. Grit. Competitive, just in general. I think these girls are great humans. Yeah. Like they're just good humans. And I think they have the most selflessness characteristic in themselves, and they bring out the best in each other. And so I think that comes with the grit part. Like they work hard. It's so exciting. They make my day. No matter what the circumstance, I'm entering that gym, their energy, it just vibes off everybody. And competitive, they love to compete. Yeah. They're on top of being hardworking, they're competitive. They want to make sure like, you're going to have to outbeat me to, you know, earn that starting spot. Like, we're going to make sure we have the best servers so we can be the best passers. We have the best blockers, so you're going to have to work our way around because, you know, we're going to see that in conference. And I think just having all those three, these girls have it. So thank you for the 3. I needed 3.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's cool. Okay, rapid fire questions for you so we can wrap up. Who is the funniest on the team?
Shelby. Sorry, we call her Shelly. Her name's Shelby. Yeah.
Okay, who packs the best snacks?
Ooh. So just because I'm a little health freak, Sydney. Sid, yeah.
Okay, who has the best playlist? Who would you let be your DJ for a game?
Ooh, right now, honestly, Taylor.
Ooh.
She has that music in at weights, so yeah, I let her.
What does she play?
It's a variety of everything, and I like it because it's like 90s hip hop. It's like those classic R&B. Yeah.
Okay, she's solid then. Yeah. And then the last question: who is on the team the most likely to crash out?
Crash out.
Right? That's the term that they're using, but I guess a crash out is the one to, let's say a bad call is made.
Okay.
And the first person to, no, absolutely
Hannah. You know what though? I wouldn't call it a crash out. She's just
passionate.
Yes, she's very passionate. Passionate individual. She's competitive. So
yeah.
I didn't crash out, but no, definitely Hannah. Hannah, all the way. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sitting down with me, Coach. I don't know about you guys. I'm super excited for the season and just to see how it plays out. And make sure you guys tune in to the next episode where we'll get some more intel on the Texas Wesleyan volleyball team. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me. Thank you.